Ella, how are you?
I'm doing mighty fine. Good to hear from you.
You too.
Yes, yes, yes. So, I know you have some things that you want to share with me, but before getting
Mhm.
into details, I communicated with your spirit guides, and they said to me, ask her, what is she doing to help herself get through this situation, or what has she done to help herself? What are you doing to move forward in life? What who are you basically communicating with? Because to the extent that I'm feeling like, to the extent that you continue feeling the same way, is to the extent that you will remain in the same situation. So what they said is, listen, she has to move forward in terms of, like, I do remember that you took a spiritual bath before. So
Mhm.
continue doing certain things to help you move through this emotional situation that you may be in. So this is just, a recap of what they've been telling me, but they did say, listen, she will elaborate on what it is that you have to tell me, but they did say, listen, what is it that you are doing to move forward?
Hmm. As in, like, from my past relationship.
As in, like, your emotional response, or your emotions, or your feelings, or things of that nature. Do you still feel like you're in the same situation? Do you still feel guilty? Do you still feel like you did the wrong decision? How this, if you're still feeling the same way that you've been feeling 2 or 3 months ago, then the question is, what are you doing to further to align yourself with your highest good?
Hmm. Well, um, I don't feel the exact same as I did. Um, but I guess some part of me sometimes still feels a little guilty, I guess, about my decision to end things. It still feels kind of, I guess, weird. It's different because it's like it's a big change. Um, but I don't know. I'm trying to move forward, but I don't know. It's not all the way there yet.
Correct. You're trying to move forward, but you're taking the wrong avenues in helping yourself. If you are still communicating with, um what is this guy name?
Freddie.
Freddie, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're still communicating with Freddie and those that know him, how will it be possible for you to move forward? If you still have your, stuff or your property at his place, you you're leaving the door open for communication. How is it possible for you to move forward if there's still a door open? You're still
Right.
communicating with him. So, of course, it's going to be hard for you to let go because you haven't fully let go. It's going to be challenging. And then another thing, what they said to me is, okay, well, if she feels like that, then tell her to go back.
Hmm.
And that feeling of you going back is what will determine if you really love this guy or not. Because, say for example, you say to yourself, you have your honest talk with yourself, and you say to yourself, do I really want to be with this guy? Do I really want to go back to him? You see, and
Right.
the answer that you get is like a mixed feeling, or it's not something that you can, I'm feeling like it's not something that you can honestly say, like I can honestly say yes. I can honestly, it's not something that you can be comfortable with saying. So if it's something that you can't be comfortable with saying, that means that you are still attached to this guy, and you are not willing to make this change. Because if you're willing to make the change, then that attachment to this guy will be easier for you to move forward.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I
now, go ahead.
I'm like, I don't know, like I've tried to get the rest of my things out of there, but because he changed the locks and stuff, I have to wait until he's home, and I feel like he's kind of like somewhat in a way purposely making sure like whenever the days he's off, he's like so busy, and so that I can't even come get my things.
Well, I mean, I mean, I mean, do you? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to. I feel like he's being conniving. He's trying to pay you back or give you some type of revenge. Like he knows that he has the I guess the bigger straw or the higher hand, because now he feels like you need something from him. And
Mhm.
actually, you don't need anything from him. You should have no attachment. There's a difference between feelings, and there's a difference between having attachment to somebody. You can still love someone without having attachment to someone. You have not mastered or not have fully came into moving forward because you still have this attachment to him, which is fine. That's okay because you have been in a relationship with him. But look at what's happening now. You can't even go get your stuff. Why? Because he done changed the locks.
Right.
For someone that loves you, or quote unquote wants to be with you, or claim that you're his all love and stuff, this is unbelievable, because
Mhm.
he wouldn't do that. He will allow you to be free. One thing's for sure, even with different men that I used to deal with, if 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 I'm not with them, that's okay. If I'm with someone else and I'm happy with that other person, they are also happy because they love me. So with you too, if he really loves you, then whoever it is that you choose to be with, he should also be happy. But because he has this history of rejection, now he's basically like Tarzan. It's like a turmoil for him. No, I can't. I can't deal with this. No, it's just and again, beloved, that's his issue and not yours.
Right. I don't know if I should just like forget about the stuff and like just don't contact him and just forget about it. I don't even know what to do.
Beloved,
It's hard.
it's hard, but you're like my sister. Like I love you, and I told you this before. This is something that I told you, let go. I told you don't have communication with this guy. I told you just let the things go. So now, 3 months down the your life or your journey or your path, you're still in the same situation. You're still in the same situation. You're asking the same questions. So you have not progressed in this relationship. You didn't, and it's okay because this is how you are dealing with your current situation. But think about it. You're still in the same spot.
Yeah.
In the same spot. Instead of you, like I've recommended you, clearing yourself, healing yourself, going through meditation, balancing your aura, instead of you focusing on that, you're entertaining these people that no longer serves your highest good. You see, you want to be
Yeah.
happy. You want to be happy, right? You want
Yes.
to you want to have internal peace. You want to feel whole again. You want to find that mate of yours that will treat you like the divine queen that you are. You want that. That's what you want. You don't want anyone verbally abusing you, physically abusing you, disrespecting you and your family, taking advantage of you whenever he wants, or saying things whenever he wants, speaking, disrespecting you in front of his friends, and that, I mean, come on,
Right.
you see. So, how can you align yourself with your highest self? How can you do that? How? How can I get to a point where I'm at peace? The way, and as I recommended to you before, the way that you do this is to have peace with you right now. If you come to an understanding, and you come into an agreement that, you know what, I claim happiness, I claim peace, then that is what will attract to you, will be attracted to you. Then in the future you will fulfill that happiness, you will fulfill the love, you will fulfill the peace, you will fulfill the wholeness again. But it starts right now. But you haven't even made a move.
Yeah.
And that's why your spirit guides said to me, ask her, what has she done to make herself happy or to move forward? What is she doing? What are you doing? Are you cleansing? Are you smudging yourself? Are you taking, spiritual baths? I know before you did an Oshun bath, but you did one Oshun bath. This is something that you have to continuously keep doing. You can't just do things one time and expect to change. No.
Okay.
You following me, right? And I know
Yes.
I've told you that you will be going through this roller coaster ride. I've told you. I've confirmed it. I said, listen, when you break up with him, or when you go your separate ways, you too, you will be emotional. So, what's been going on?
Well, I mean, I guess like if we've been speaking, me and Freddie, whatever. I guess quote unquote friends. I guess I don't know. Cordial. Um, and I guess a part of me does that because I'm like, well, I do want my things. I don't know. And then it's like I feel like if I don't, then it's like I when I tried before to like pull away slowly, it was like I got looked at as if I'm being like such a bad person. Um, like I just break up with people and just throw them away. That's how he made it seem, and I don't know. And then now I'm starting to feel like that maybe it's kind of my fault keeping in contact with him because of that. Now he felt comfortable last night to like offer to give me oral sex. And
Okay.
I was just like, okay. And it kind of, to me, was a shock because I'm like, what? Are you serious?
Well, Latoya, the doors is open.
I know. know.
He's a man. The doors is open. When he gives you oral sex, after oral sex, he's having sex with you. He's having a sexual interaction with you. He is trying to go down that emotional path with you again. The doors is
Mhm.
open. You have to really, so you have to really ask yourself, what is it that you really want? You claim that you're unhappy with this guy, which your spirit guides already confirmed to you that he is not your match if he doesn't change himself. Okay. Now that you released yourself, or now that you're not claiming to be his quote unquote girlfriend, you still in contact with him. So what is it that you really want? What?
I want. I don't want to be with him
Yeah.
because I know what it will be like to be with him. So I don't want to go through that again.
I wouldn't recommend for you to do it again either. And like I said to you, the brother is not a bad brother, but he has a lot of self healing that he has to do. Some people say, oh, the relationship will be different, but the people that is playing in the relationship are not different. You yourself, you're still emotional. Him himself, he still have anger issues. He still haven't healed himself from his past traumatic experiences. So how would the relationship be different? How? How? How?
Right.
I just want to know. And as I told you before, it might have worked. It might have worked if he and you are two different people, and you have evolved from the experiences of the cursing back and forth, verbally abused, and things of that nature. Yeah, if you would have released yourself and healed yourself and gone through a period of transformation, yeah, perhaps, probably the relation might work, might. But if you are still in the same situation, the same person, it's useless.
Right.
I'm gonna share something with you. So a very good friend of mine is dating this guy, and which she really likes and things of that nature, and they kind of had like a disagreement or whatnot, and this is something that has been continuously happening, right? And he mentioned to her something along the lines where um just let this boyfriend girlfriend thing go. Like, just let it go. That's what he mentioned to her. Like, just let it go. So she took it upon as just let the relationship go. But
Mhm.
but when she spoke back to him, he clarified it and said, "No, I didn't say let the relationship go. I just said let whatever question or whatever conversation they was having, he was saying just let that go." But I'm saying this to say, throughout that period of time where she felt that had broken up with her, she was very, very emotional, and she was basically um upset. And so I said to her, what are you upset about? Are you upset about the breakup, or do you really love this guy? And she couldn't even answer me. She couldn't tell me if she really loved him, or it was that she was attached to him. And that's the reason why she was emotional, because of what he said. So because she felt that he was breaking loose from her, and she has this sort of kind of attachment to her, she went through a emotional period of sadness. But the question is, are you holding on to this man because you're comfortable, or are you holding on to this man because you really love him?
I think it's more so the comfortability that I had when I was with him.
Yeah.
Because I never really, it's hard because I never really had that before with guys that claim that they cared for me. They just kind of, they never let, he was like the first guy to really let, um, like give me a chance, like really, like stay with me and not like ignore me after a few months or whatever, stop calling. Like he was like consistent and we really like, I guess quote unquote, like my first real relationship, I guess I can say.
Mhm.
Um, Even though I didn't really know what it meant to have a real relationship. But he stayed. He didn't leave me. So I think that's what I liked more. Because everyone else would just, deal with me for a couple months or whatever, and then either ignore my calls, stop calling, and then that would be it.
So the question, so what I'm feeling is you're afraid to be alone for a period of time.
Hmm.
So I'm picking up that you are afraid, or you rather you don't want to be alone for a period of time.
I mean, I can be. I guess it was just, I don't know, being with him for the 5 years. I guess it's just comfortable.
Of course.
I got used to it.
Mhm. Now, what I have to say to that, and of course, you finally found someone that's paying attention to you, that is loving. Well, not really. Well, yes, loving you as well in terms of other things that has been happening, but he's paying attention to you. He's showing you that he does want to be with you. But I always say that um he's just a character in your book. People come and go all the time. He happened to just come into your life and teach you things about yourself, or even you have taught him things about himself. And now that you've learned all that you needed to learn out of a relationship, now go your separate ways. Even if it's 5 years, even if it's 10 years, people go through divorces after 20 years, after 10 years. People go through divorces after 15, 30 years of being married. Not boyfriend, girlfriend, of being married. And I don't know if I've told you before, I've dealt with my childhood boyfriend or sweetheart, whatever you want to call him. And I've been with him off and on for a good 10 years after we finally separated. Finally separated. Yes, was it hard? Yeah, it was hard, of course. But I realized that he came into my life to teach me some things, and I came into his life to teach him some things and to learn from him, and so that he can learn from me as well. And now that our divine appointment is no longer divine, we now go our separate ways and go, and align ourselves with our highest good. Was it a hard task to move away from him? I mean, for me as a Pisces, it really it didn't catch up to me. I did not like realize what was actually happening while it was happening. And when I really caught up to it, it was about 2, 3 years down the line, and I'm like, oh shoot, like we broke up. Like wow, like wow, we broke up. Okay, and then I start having all these type of visions, about him and what he will be going through, which now, is coming true. Had visions of him having children with this other woman, which now is true. All types of stuff. Him coming back to me, and he had contacted me in the past. So again, 5 years, yes. But the thing about it is, you deserve the best. You have to ask yourself, what do you desire in a relationship? What is it that you want? What is it that you want? You cannot settle. You cannot settle for less. That's one thing for sure. You can't settle for less. You can't settle for someone that is verbally abusing you. And I mean, like one thing's for sure, you can get sex anywhere. You're a woman, like, and I'm not telling you to open up your legs and allow everyone into your kingdom or your heaven, but if you build your energy or your frequency, believe me, men will come to you. It's all about your aura. But if you're still at this place where you're at, who you attracting? You not you. The only people that you're gonna be attracting is people that are on lower frequencies or are vibrating on emotional stress or are needy, people that are needy, or people that just want to settle, because right about now you're not holistic within yourself. You still feel a sensation of guilt. You still feel like you're doubting yourself in a sense. So those that you will attract right now may be vibrating on that same frequency. So you want to begin getting into that internal healing so that you can bring about the same guy that you're looking for, someone that will commit to you, that was looking for a long time, because there's plenty fishes in the sea. I don't really, I can't put a picture to your face, but just from your vibration, you're a very sweet woman, and you're a very beautiful woman, because I know you're black, so you must look like me. One way or the other, you're my sister. So it's not like you have problems with finding men, and if you do have a problem with finding men, you have to go inside of you and ask yourself, what is happening with me that I'm not attracting what it is that I want?
I mean, I, I don't know. I'm trying, but I don't know. Like since we last spoke, like I've been, um, I guess getting closer with Joshua.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't know.
I've already and I've already told you that I feel that that's the one with the child, correct?
Mhm.
I already told you that I feel that he's a good mate for you, but I did mention that you have to clear yourself or cleanse yourself before trying to build something with someone new. That would be selfish, and that wouldn't be divine if you come into this new relationship with baggages. You already have
Right.
someone, a potential mate, that is looking to care for you, that is looking for this commitment. So the fact that you're saying, I don't know if I can find someone that is going to commit to me, and you already have someone. You don't even have to look. You have to clear yourself. You, you. It's all about you. You. Nobody else. You. You see. You're saying you're getting closer to Joshua. Okay, you're getting closer to Joshua. Okay, how has he been helping you with your happiness?
Well, I guess like I would say like I've become like more open minded to certain things where I was kind of like I wouldn't want to do or try or um I think I'm being more like open, like more free with myself, more comfortable with myself somewhat, where I wasn't so much, because like my last relationship, he was like controlling to an
Mhm.
extent. Like I tell me I couldn't wear this, I couldn't wear that, can't do this, can't do that. with him, I don't feel like he judges me, so I can just be me
and,
and
and live.
I feel happier, or I don't feel as tense, I would say, being around him.
So why don't you just go on vacation with him and get your mind off of the other guy and, clear yourself? Because if you're saying that he's the one to make you happy, and, as I say, you have to do some internal healing, probably you should get yourself out of the environment that you're in.
I think so.
You know, work, home, work, home, work, home.
I know. That's all I do.
Yeah, you know, it's it's not living. You have to live. You have to live.
Right.
You have to live. Yeah, the bills got to get paid. Yeah, that's true. Okay. What about, whatever, whenever you have days off, you can book small trips. I do it all the time. I'm always
Oh,
I'm always going somewhere. Always.
that's good.
But
Doing that.
and I do this just for a release. I do that just to release the energy of everyone that I deal with. I do it to give myself a relief. I do this to get out of New York City because New York City is like it's just too chaotic.
Right.
It's like it's just too chaotic. And then you have a personal situation with you where it's still your surrounding environment. And I'm pretty sure you may have some of this man's stuff in your house. Yes or no?
No.
Good. Okay. Great.
No.
That's the first thought. That's the first thought. Really getting his stuff out of your place so that you can begin with the healing process or the new journey in your life because you can't have old things in your house with starting off new. The same with this guy, and that's why I said to you, well, why do you really want your stuff? Why do you? It's in his house. It's in his order. Why do you?
I guess.
Why?
Because I think some of it is just me being kind of stubborn. I guess it's not like I can't afford to buy another elliptical. It's not like I can't afford to buy another hair dryer. It's not that I can't afford to buy new books. It's just I don't I'll be honest, like I guess a part of me is like, well, I don't want another chick benefiting from it. That's kind of how I'm looking at it, which is probably bad and sad, but I don't know.
Well, that, I no, I respect it. That's that. Hey, like wow. Look, we human, okay, and chicks, we have our woman, females, goddess, sisters, whatever you want to call us, divine beauties, okay. We all have our own ways, and you're right. It's your stuff, and you may feel uncomfortable with someone else using your stuff. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: the other person that may be using your stuff, that's your energy all on her. So she's going to be feeling some type of way and she's going to be picking up on your energy, not the vice versa. And one thing's for sure, any female will question, well, whose hair dryer is this? Well, whose this is this? Well, who does this belong to? Who does this belong to?
He can easily lie, say it's his mother's or his sister's.
Yeah, he can lie.
Men.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that he won't lie. He can lie, but that's why I said it will be your energy on her. We all have intuition. She's if she's anything like me, she's going to know. Nah, this is your girlfriend stuff, or you dealing with somebody or something. You're gonna pick up on that. That's not your sister.
Right.
You stop lying. You know that song, Why You Always Lying? Why you always lying? Come on, stop lying.
So I should just let it go? It's gonna kill me to let it go.
I told you. Yeah, it's killing you now.
Right?
I told you this. I told you this many moons ago. I've channeled so much information for you. I don't even know what else to say to you.
I
you know,
know.
I
Okay, I guess I just need to make up in my mind that I need to let the stuff go because it is materialistic things. Because it's funny how you say that. Because then just today, me and Josh was having a conversation, dropped home, and he was like, because I told him about my ex contacting me, saying what he said about the oral sex, and he's like, and I guess I felt some type of way because I wasn't getting the reaction from him like I wanted.
mhm.
And he's like, oh, well, what you want me to do? He's like, I can't do nothing. You want me to text him? You want me to call him? And I'm like, no, but I don't know. I guess the way he handles things is different from what I'm used to. Like, he's just like, well, I expect that because you was his girl, and I know that he's going to say the little comments and stuff like that, but he's like, I know that you're not going over there to get that, so I'm not worried about it. And I'm just like, I know, but I don't know. I guess I just want a little more emotion.
Well, you're the one that have the emotions. You know you're the one that is emotional. No one else, and you are creating this for yourself. I already know just from what you said and just from what I've told you in the past that he had this guy Joshua is very intuitive. So like he said, I know you're not gonna go over there. I know it's not gonna happen. He's very confident. You have to look at a man in that way too. You don't want a man that is gonna be, oh, crying and stuff. Like it's nothing wrong with an emotional man, but if he's confident and he knows, listen, your mind, then you need to be with him.
Right.
He's confident.
Yeah, very confident, actually.
He's confident. And sometimes that sometimes that may not be too good, but in this situation where you're telling him about, like, what is your real motive of doing that? Like, you telling him about your ex that is like claim to be madly in love with you and don't want to leave you, but yet he don't want to give you your stuff. Like you're telling him about this stuff for what? How is this benefiting your relationship with him? For what?
I guess because I don't want to, like, keep anything, like, secrets, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. But it's not a secret though. That's one thing, and um, certain things, and I just feel like from experience, like certain things men don't want to hear. For me, I
Okay.
try not to speak about my old relationships with the new guys that I deal with. You know, I don't want to
Okay.
constantly, because then it's like, well, why you keep talking about this dude? Like, do you really, do you want to be with him or do you like him? And then two, certain brothers will judge you according to how you deal with other relationships or what you say, or they might start even formulating who you are. Like, this is who she is, and they don't even, and people, some dudes don't even know you, but because you've opened up a little bit too much, now they have something to read, and now they have something to create. You, the false you, not even the real you.
So I shouldn't tell him. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that you shouldn't tell him as much. I don't think that you should tell him that, well, the oral sex thing is like, well, what, you still dealing with him or something? Like, why are you telling me about you and the next dude having oral sex? Like, why? That but you did it and it's over with and it passed. But moving forward, like intimate things, I don't think that you should recommend like mention it, only because it might make Joshua feel some type of way, and he's not going to show you because he's confident. But in the back of his mind, believe me, he's like, listen, this girl, she may leave me one day for this man. But he's not going to show you that. The ego is real.
Hmm.
He's an Aries. He's an Aries. He's the ram. He's the head. He's I am. I am God. I am your man. I am going to be with you. I am confident. You know. I am yours. you know.
Right. So I guess I should mindful of that.
Yeah.
Not tell him that type of stuff when it comes to my ex, I guess.
Yeah. But why would you? Why, like,
I
between me
guess
and you,
like
why would you, why what made you, what was your motive behind that? What was your
I
intentions?
I guess it was just to like let him know, cause I mean, although like I know I'm not gonna go over there and do that with him, I guess it's just let him know like he's still trying to do this, and I don't know. I guess there's no real reason. I guess just to tell him just because. I don't know. I guess if I didn't tell him, I guess I was feel like kind of guilty, like because like we're dealing with each other, and I don't know. Like
Or
if someone, if because I guess because for me, like if a female came at him like that, I would want to know somewhat, like especially if it was someone that he was dealing with, like ex of his or something. And I guess because like once he told me a few weeks ago that I guess a girl that he was dealing with when he was in Atlanta called him and was like saying things like, oh, when you coming back or whatever, whatever, and I guess they had sex, and she was like, oh, how come that didn't happen again or whatever? I don't know. And he told her like, you know, that's over with. Like we've been done. Like even before he started talking to me, he wasn't dealing with her. Um, and he told me. I mean, I wouldn't have known. He just came out and told me. So I guess maybe I felt like, oh, I guess if he felt comfortable to tell me that, then well, if people come at us like that, I guess we can tell each other. I don't know. I really
well,
don't know.
I'm picking up that he told you that because he's done. Okay, and that's okay.
Okay.
If you're done with someone, it's okay to talk about it. But in your situation, you still have that door open. You got to shut that door, and you have to claim, and you have to. You don't have to prove to anybody else that you're done. You got to prove to yourself that you're over with the ex-boyfriend, Freddie. You didn't prove that to yourself. You're not completely satisfied. Like you said, it's going to kill you. So you have to, I guess, kill yourself and reborn and be reborn again. you know, like the Christians. You die and resurrect again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
happens.
guess because I'm looking at like, oh, I spent all that money.
Yo, man, money comes and goes.
I know.
Money, yo, we all spend money. Money come. I am a money holic. I guess you can call it. Like, I get money, I spend money. I spend money. It comes. It doesn't hold any value to me. Yes, it pays, it does things, but like, money is just a frequency. You can always get it. You can always attract it to you. It's like that. It's like that. To the extent that you do not stress over money, is to the extent that it comes to you. But if you stress over money or you stress about anything, you block yourself from receiving it. If you're stressing about loving someone else, then you're blocking yourself from loving someone else. If you're stressing about getting money, then you're blocking yourself from getting money. If you're stressing yourself about how you want to get through this healing process, then you're blocking yourself from getting through this healing process. And that's real. Think about it.
Yeah.
You see. So then it goes like, so then the question is, whatever is happening whatever is happening in your internal universe is what you see on the outside universe, meaning your environment. That's your universe. That's your space. But whatever's outside of you, it comes from within. Self
Right.
hate, self hate. When people don't like themselves or love themselves, what they do? Bleach their skin or put all types of
Mhm.
crazy stuff and try to change their appearance because they self hate. That's internal. That's something internal.
Right. Right.
You're further than a lot of people. You know, you're
Right.
actually further than a lot of people because many of us are, I guess, afraid to let go because they are afraid to be alone. Some people don't know how to be alone. Some people always feel like they need someone in their bed every night for comfort. But one thing's for sure, I always say, listen, you was born by yourself, so you have to live your life by yourself, and you're
That's
going
true.
to die by yourself. So all of that needing, someone else aspect of who you are has to get checked. You got to check that. But in your situation, is like you have someone. You have someone showing you that, listen, I'm interested in you. So how that's why I still don't understand how is it difficult. No, I'm how is it
I
difficult for
don't.
you to move on if it that's what I'm saying. It's something deeper. And the deeper part of it is the attachment. You're still attached. You're still attached. Comfortability. You're still attached.
Because, and like you said, because I still communicate with him on a regular basis. So it's my fault why that is happening, and I need to seriously, um, really stop it because I really do. I do want to be with Joshua. Like I see something there, and I do want to give it a shot. And I don't think it's fair to him or myself if I continue with this
Mhm.
emotional attachment to Freddie. So I have to really, like, really get serious about it and not continue. Because it's like, I don't know if it's like carrying over to my my job. Because, like, I don't know, like, this past week I got my evaluation from my manager already. I haven't even been there that long. I've only been there 3 months for once. And, she's like, well, like the evaluation on paper was a decent evaluation as far as my work, but it was like the comments that were made was like, oh, some of your coworkers feel like you're not approachable and it's just like you're not helpful. And that just kind of made me kind of upset because I'm like, I always help. Like, I'm just not a person that does not help other people. And I don't know whose perception there feels like I'm not helpful, because even when I was on orientation, still training, when I would be doing my work, I would go around and ask people, like, do you need help? Do you need help? I didn't even know these people. But because I like to help others, that's just how I am. And it's like, oh, well, because your face, like, because I guess because I have a serious face, so people think I'm like, I guess they assume I'm mad. I don't know. But I've always heard that. I'm like, I try to, like, I guess fix it, but I don't know. That's just me. I guess that's just my face. It's not that it doesn't mean anything, but I don't know. It's kind of hard because I'm like, I don't know. It made me feel kind of bad because I'm like, damn, I just started here, and then I don't want to be viewed as like in a negative way.
Right.
And I don't know. It's like, she's like, oh, you just don't seem like you're happy, like coming from her. You don't seem happy when you come here. Like you don't want to be here.
Well, then
And I don't want my manager thinking that.
Right, definitely. Let me tell you, just keep a smile on your face. Hey, hi, how you doing? All right, nice to meet nice to hear from you or whatever. Just smile more, because it's true. No one wants to walk. Not saying that you have like a negative energy or whatnot, but no one wants to work with someone that doesn't look approachable. And again, it's not that you're not approachable, but if you don't have, like, I guess, this free spirited, happy go lucky energy, people tend to take, pay attention to that. So it was good that they actually brought that to your attention, because now, you just have to smile a bit more. But if you know for a fact that you're going to work and you are, stressing over your love life, then yes, you definitely gonna have to make a change.
But I don't even think about it. I don't even think about it when I'm there.
Right.
God, the honest truth, I'm like so busy. I have no time to even think about anything outside of work. Really, like,
Yeah.
that job keeps me occupied enough. So I'm like, I don't bring anything from home or my love life to work. I just focus on the patients and do what I have to do. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes the work itself gets a little frustrating. So maybe my face may not be so pleasant all the time, but it's nothing like personal. I don't know. I don't
Right.
know.
Right. Well, then it doesn't relate with each other. So then that's fine. So you just have to change your conduct at work, and just give people a smile or two, and that's it. So then that's good. So you saying perhaps your love life may, but it's not, like you said, it's not affecting you. So just smile more. Begin loving
But that's
yourself. Go ahead.
but that's not me. I don't walk around smiling all the time. Like, I don't know.
Or don't have to
I
smile
feel like
all the
I feel like
time.
I feel like I have to change myself to make them happy.
Well, not really, in the sense, because you're not changing yourself by giving someone a hi, how you doing, you know.
But see, I say this is the thing. I say hello to everybody. I say good morning. I'm not rude and just walk past people and don't greet them. I say hello. Say hello to some of the doctors, and they're the ones who rude, who don't respond or whatever. But I say hello and things like that. I say hello, good morning. Sometimes I'm saying it to people and they walk in and they see me and they
Mhm.
look at you, and I still say it because I just be the bigger person. But I just don't smile a lot. That's just not me.
Uh,
I don't know. It's not. I don't know. I mean, I'm willing. I said I was gonna try.
right. To
The
save
new
your
job, she was
job,
like, just try to smile more.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm not really conscious of it, honestly. When I have, I guess, this quote unquote serious face, I'm not conscious of it.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm just going about my day, and
Right.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, but I mean, my friend was telling me that you should just try to do it because you know, I do want to like eventually transfer off that floor to another floor in the hospital. And she's like, managers talk. You don't want her to like give bad reviews to other managers about you or whatever. So just try to just do whatever they want. I don't know.
Well, not
I
rather
don't know.
do not do whatever they want, but just keep if they're coming to you, again with your conduct in terms of not smiling, then yeah, to save your job, then that's what you need to do. Just try to smile more, try to be more, like I said, aware of you not smiling or whatnot. And I feel like you're gonna do good. I don't see you getting fired or anything. They're not telling me. They are actually telling me that you're gonna be there for a very long time if that's what you choose to do, or you may move to a like another hospital. Um, Perhaps if you move, you're gonna be in a hospital setting, another hospital setting, or a caretaker or something like um a hospice or something like that, like somewhere, or therapy or somewhere like that. So you're gonna not be unemployed. That's that's the key. So then
Right.
that's good for you. But again, you want to try to secure your position the best that you can, you know. All right, beloved.
Yes.
Do you have anything else that you wanted to speak with me about? Or
Um. Um. I think I think that was pretty much pretty much everything. I guess. Well, I mean, one thing hasn't bothered me. I guess like about my weight.
mhm. Well,
Um.
you're emotionally eating is what they're telling me. You're eating
Yeah.
due to emotions. Yeah, well, that has to change too. Emotional eating. Yep.
That's been like, I don't know, kind of rough. And like I went to the doctor like the last 2 weeks or so, and like I don't like because I don't weigh myself. I don't own a scale, and so I don't. I just kind of judge by how my clothes fit. And like I realized like I gained 10 pounds since the breakup, and that's a short time to gain 10 pounds. So I don't know, like I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm trying to get myself motivated, like with the exercise and stuff, and like eating right, like, but I'm not really being consistent. Some days I'll eat well, and then sometimes, like especially like after work, I find myself like if I had a stressful day, before I go home, I'm getting something that I shouldn't be eating.
Right.
And I think it is just to fulfill that emotion because I'm like stressed.
Emotional eating. Yep. That's what they tell me. So then, if you know the cause of it, or if you know the root of why you're gaining weight, now you can target the issue accordingly. And I believe I once told you, you can begin preparing your own food. You have to dedicate your time, and you have to be consistent with what it is that you want to do. If you want to lose weight, or if you don't want, you want to keep a specific kind of figure, you have to work for that. Same way what I told you about cleansing and releasing. You can't just do, something one time and then expect a change. You can't, just eat healthy for 1 month and then, or 2 weeks, and then expect that you can't do that. You have to remain consistent. You have to, apply yourself. You have to take action
Yeah, right.
if that's what you want.
I do. I do. I really do. Because of course, when the doctor told me, like, you have to lose weight, and I don't know, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me.
Weight loss is challenging. Yeah, I do know that. But that emotional eating that I'm picking on is a killer because you will start eating all types of nonsense, crazy stuff that you don't got no business eating because you want to satisfy or satisfy your emotions. And I don't know if I told you this before, but who's in control? Are you in control or the food?
Right.
Is the food controlling you or are you control of what you eat? That's the question.
You're right. You're right.
There's a lot of things that you gotta slowly, mentally, physically, spiritually, things of that nature, detoxing, cleansing, all of that, all of it, holistically approach this new change. You want a new chapter in your life, target it holistically, mind, body, and soul. Proper eating, proper thoughts, proper breath, proper regimen, proper diet. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I have, like, in the last month, I've been, like, trying to, like, cut out, like, the meat. I didn't have any red meat at all. And, like, even, like, trying to cut back on the chicken. Like, before, like, I wouldn't eat, like, meat all meals of the day. Like, I probably have meat maybe once a day, if that. And it seems to, I feel better.
Mhm.
Um, it's like even with my period, like it's like better. Like it's like because my friend tried it too. Like the smell is better. It's the blood is brighter.
Mhm.
I have less cramps because usually I have pretty bad cramps. And I realized this week, because I got my period on Tuesday, like the cramps was not that bad, and I just it's better. So
It's
I'm
less. It's
considering like
less
it's really like
toxins being released.
hmm.
It's less toxins being released. When you change your
Oh yeah.
diet, I've been through that. I've been a meat eater. Now I'm a complete vegan. So I've been through that transformation, and that's what makes me so relatable to people because I've gone through a lot of things that many people are going through right now. I have the
Right.
solution for a lot of things right now, you know? So, like you're confirming, you feel better, a little bit more energized, the menstrual cycle not too heavy, not too painful because as we go through our monthly cleansing cycle, if you have a lot of toxins, you will be going through pain. You will be going through suffering. You will be going through the heavy bleeding. But if you don't have that much toxins and your diet is not chaotic, then guess what? The cleansing cycle will be a little bit more easier, a little bit
Right.
more comfortable, as I say.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try, and I'll Do you still have the same bath available?
If you want to, I'm going to do something different from you. You got, you, I'm going to do something. I got to know, not the Oshun. You don't need Oshun. You need mind, body, and soul, mental balance, clearing bath for you. Um, and you perhaps you can rather take advantage of a 3 day bath or a 6 day bath. It is depending on what you want, but um, I would tell you to take advantage of a 6 day bath only because
Okay.
you have a lot of like layers on you, And what I always tell, well, not what I always, but I once had a reading with a sister, and I said to her, stop putting other people in front of your happiness. You know how people, they don't want to make a move because they are so concerned about how it will make someone else feel. You will never get nowhere. So with you too, because you feel like, oh, I don't want to move on because I don't want to hurt him. Oh, I don't want to move on because of what he's saying about me and what other people are saying about me. Girl. You gotta let that go. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
So yes, I'll email you with details. And
Okay.
then we can take it from there, and then I'll mail it to you the same way I did last time.
Okay.
All right, beloved.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good.
You're welcome.
Okay, have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.